Okay, so I've received all your submissions. So let's go over what we have. So today so first thing is that I'll talk a little bit more about the registration. I have about 24 registrations so far. So ideally I should see close to 40. So please register if you haven't, okay? So your team, and also you should be meeting, you should have already met with your peer mentors about your plans for the next semester, but we'll talk more later. So first thing is that, so all your paper submissions, I put them up on our ELMS all files page, okay? So you can review each other's. The reason why I put these things out there is to help you guys just have a better understanding of what your peers are doing, what other groups are doing, right? I want you guys to know, if somebody asks you, what has this group, this stream been doing? Not only you want to talk about yours, but you also have an idea of what other people's doing, right? Another way is that you also can reference other people, right? Sometimes one other team might be doing something similar, or some ideas that might be borrowed, right? It's good to review and look at what your peers are doing. Okay, so that's the last, your final work in progress paper is the last thing I need from you guys. So I'll review them and I'll post the final grades later today, hopefully. Okay, if there's not a lot of problems, I'll post the grades today. So the final grade, it's just final, okay? So the policy for, let's say if you find any problems, the policy is like this. Only if it's like a factual error. For example, I claim that you didn't submit something, that's why I deducted points, and you really did submit something. Okay, that's a valid reason to give me a feedback on, right? Or maybe when I do the math, when I do the adding up of your points, right? If I make a mistake there, so if it's a factual error, so that's a valid reason to just send me an email, okay, about what might be the problem, okay, and I'll look into it and I'll make sure that gets sorted out. But if it's a non-factual error, like you want to debate, am I too strict, am I too lenient? No, okay. I want to judge everyone. I want to give everyone as much points as possible, okay. But I also have to keep it consistent, okay. Just because you went up to me, just because you talked to me, doesn't mean that you should get a better grade, right? You should be confident about what you do, and even if it's lenient or strict, right? You guys are on the same scale, right? So there's no advantage for anybody. So it's a fair system, right? So if it's only a factual error, then I will look into it. If it's not a factual error, I mean, most of you guys are doing well so far. The point is that you shouldn't be too concerned about your grades. In the end, is what you learned, what you have created, right? That's what really matters. Actually, in the real world, most of the time people don't really care about how many points you got. I mean, after you got to a certain GPA, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't differentiate you from anybody else. But what you have created, what credentials you have, that's what matters. That people know that, okay, you can actually do something and build something, and you can actually make something useful, right? That's what matters. If you are a good point taker but not a creator, that's not going to work in the real world, okay? Okay, so another thing is I'm quite concerned about two groups, A1 and D1, okay? So I want to know more about what you guys are doing, so please meet me with your peer mentors after the class, okay? So I just let me give you a quick overview of what's the current progress so far, right? We are a FIRE program, unlike a regular we help you over 3 semesters and perhaps 4 for the summer fellows, right? So I want you guys to understand that there's great value in continuing with FIRE, okay? So one of the great value of becoming a FIRE student, okay, expert and creator, okay, through our process, okay, of going up the Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, a regular course teaches you to remember, understand, and maybe apply in your course projects. But our final goal is to teach you to become an expert and creator. Okay, So we've done this so far. I mean, this semester I've focused very heavily on giving you guys lectures, basic understanding of things, and some applications through the courseworks, and a little bit of literature review, right? So you guys learn a little bit on the lower levels of learning. So our next focus, okay, will be on the higher levels of learning. So to get you to become a creator. So to become a creator, first you need to know what to analyze, right? How to analyze things, how to evaluate whether or not past works are good work or your peers' works are good work, and then you can create something great out of it. So, and the other thing is that with the FIRE program, you get academic benefits, right? You get 3 course credit again next semester, and it's considered a gen ed credit. So it can be portable to across all majors, whatever major you decide to be in your final degree, okay? And also you'll receive, because the next semester is your last semester, so you'll get a citation, transcript citation, stating that you completed this program, FIRE program, okay? And the other thing is that you also get your professional credentials. This is actually more important. I think this is the more valuable thing you'll get is your professional credential. So vast majority of students here, right? As a regular university student, you only earn grades. You have nothing much you can show on the public forum, okay? So because the goal is for you guys to create something and put it really out in the world. So the target is, let's say the target conferences, the journals, right? These are venues, okay, that's respected and well known from a third party. So so it holds weight whenever you show to your future employer or whichever direction you want to go in your future career, okay? And the other thing is poster. These are events, right? You get to present publicly, training, understanding of what you've done, and also helps you communicate your ideas effectively. Right? So that's another opportunity. And the other thing is that we'll have a website, okay, Capital One Machine Learning website. Right now it's hosted on my personal website. The FIRE website is expanding, okay? We will expand our FIRE website to be more content focused. And so there's a good possibility when this gets set up, okay, so there's still a lot of work to be done. We can publish your work, like blogs, slides, videos on the future FIRE website. So that's another credential that's independent, right? And also, I also created a GitHub repository to host your code. Okay, so this will be part of the history of you guys being part of FIRE, okay, and Capital One Machine Learning. And the other thing is once you completed this, you'll have also future opportunities to become a peer mentor, to work in research centers and lab on our campus. We have a lot of research centers. The University of Maryland is a very research-focused university, so we have several centers and labs on the campus, and also you also get a strong letters of recommendation for whichever direction you want to move on. So I understand that some of you may have scheduling conflict in your next semester. So if your conflict is unavoidable, so the first thing is try to find solutions, okay, to shift your schedule around. Usually if it's a very low level course, there's multiple time slots, multiple course slots that you can swap around. If it's unavoidable, just come and talk to me, okay, and we'll find a solution to resolve that conflict, okay, but only if it's unavoidable. Try to find a solution to move your schedule around, okay, and if your schedule cannot be changed for some reason that you must take that course, because if you don't take this course, you cannot continue for the next semester, then come and talk to me, okay? So after this lecture, so there will be a gap during the summer, okay? So it's summer doesn't mean that you guys are just completely forget about what you have done this semester and then come back and then we just start over again, all right? That's gonna be a lot of pain in the next semester. So I want you guys to look at 3 things, okay? Just 3 things that you need to do during the summer, okay? So first thing is reading. This is very important. The reading part is important because I understand a lot of you are still kind of not getting your research method and design right. Okay, when I asked a lot of you how exactly you're going to build this, a lot of you are kind of lost. So that means that there is this knowledge gap that you guys need to fill. Okay, and the book that I put on the Elms page has a lot of information to help you. Okay, to figure out what's your design, your method. Okay, to build your final research product. Okay, especially that deep learning with Python book. Okay. It has some code examples to help you get started. Okay. And the other thing is the deep learning video by Andrew Ng. It gives you a lot of theory, very good theory about why these things work, and they're very useful for you to make further advances. Okay, in doing your own project. And the other thing is you want to read up about some recent works relevant to what your research is doing. Okay. That will help you figure out like what's the right approach to doing things. Right? And the other thing is you need to take some action during the summer. Don't just lay around and not do anything. So a lot of people, they use reading as a way to procrastinate and not really do a lot of things. Okay, you need to make that. You need to understand that you have to feel. You cannot do things based on how you feel. Okay, you have to do things because it needs to be done. Okay, you don't do things when you feel it. You do things when it needs to be done. Okay, should be your core attitude when you do something. Okay, so all you need to do is just get started. A lot of times, all you need to do is just get started. Okay, once you get started, it gets rolling and it becomes quite easy. Okay, another thing is that I want to reiterate. Okay, I say this two word a lot. Find solutions. Okay, and this is true for a lot of things. Okay, you have a lot of issues, design issues, setup issues, training issues, and later you get into demo issues. Okay, whatever issues you have, the first approach is that what is my approach? Okay, your approach should be first I need to find solutions. Everything has a solution. Okay, everything you are dealing with has a solution because people have done it before. And even if you don't know, you're just not finding in the right place. Okay. So just if you have a problem, don't stop, okay? Find solutions. Don't sit there, think, how I'm gonna solve this. No, go out there, go and look for what solutions are out there, okay? So upcoming tasks, this will be the tasks during our first week of class in the fall semester, okay? So there will be a reading quiz, okay? There will be you need to do lab scheduling and progress updates. Okay, so let me just go a little bit into the reading. Your reading will be based on the book, okay, and the videos that I posted on Elms. Okay, and you will need to complete that quiz during your first week of class. Okay, that will help to evaluate how much you understand, especially in this deep learning area. All right. And the other thing is lab scheduling. You'll need to schedule, again, new schedule. So I understand that next semester you'll have different class times, right? So you need to schedule your individual and group meeting hours during the lab. So here's how this is going to work. You still need to come to the lab 6 hours a week, okay? And you'll need to schedule a 30-minute meeting with your peer mentor every week, okay? To keep them. Keep your peer mentors in the loop about what exactly you've been doing. All right. And the other thing is progress update. You need to submit this progress update, again, similar to like a form. Okay, just submit the progress updates starting the first week. Okay, and then we'll do this every week. Okay. And class meetings. So in the next semester, our class meetings will switch over to, instead of I'm teaching you guys will teach everyone else. Okay, so your focus will be on the demoing of what you've done so far. Okay, so your group will come over in front. Okay, present a walkthrough of your data, your design, your code, your prototype, etc. Okay, based on your current progress. So whichever you've completed so far, you need to present a demo. Okay, so this will not only show your progress, but also help to inspire others to make progress. Okay, we want to keep this collective knowledge, okay, in this class fluid across different groups and different people. right? So we don't want to have a knowledge silo of one group, but I want you guys to learn from each other's group. And you guys can also learn to know what to do. Because this is just one of many potential projects you can do with what you've learned, right? And by interacting, and many of your group, and many different groups have projects that's interrelated, okay? And that will help each other in this process when you guys do the demo. Okay, so this will start from week 2, okay? I'll post more details, just make sure to keep up with the announcements. And your final deliverables, okay? So your final deliverables, 4 things, will be, of course, the paper, right? The poster, so the poster will be one thing that you will present, okay, at an event. One event that's confirmed that happens every year on the campus is undergraduate research day, right? The poster day. You get to present over there, okay? And we may get an opportunity to present at other places, okay? The slides, so your slides should be something that you will put on our public website, okay? So the slide will be something more for people that has no understanding of what you're doing, okay? So your slides will give just the entire walkthrough of what exactly you've been doing, okay? And what's your results and so forth. And finally, we'll have you need to put a video. I think we'll help you with that. Okay, I'm still working on the details. Okay, what exactly? Will it be a recorded lecture style, or will it be something? So I think we'll have that discussion later. Okay, in the next semester. So the final video. So nowadays it's actually quite important to have a video to present your idea, because a lot of people, they use video to get a quick understanding of what you're doing. It's just a lot more fluid to understand something from a video compared to from a long paper. Okay, paper is more, it's more of the meat, the content, the details of what you've been doing. The video will help people to get an introduction, quick introduction of what you've been doing. Okay. The overall schedule next semester. The next semester it's a little shorter. Okay, 15 weeks in total. I think I added one more week. I'm thinking, does the next semester, is there like a 1 week break in between during the fall semester? Do you usually have 1 week break during the fall semester? Half a week? Yeah. Okay, so it might, I think it's shorter than 15 weeks, okay? So this is actually an overestimate. So you have, so I did a rough breakdown of the overall schedule. Next semester you have 8 weeks to complete your project, 2 weeks to complete your paper. We'll go through a peer review, 1 week of peer review, okay? Because whatever you publish out there, I want to make sure that you guys will pass an internal round of peer review, right? Otherwise, you don't want to put something out there that's grammatical errors, factual errors, like all these things, okay? So it's like a quality control process. We have and then 3 weeks of your presentation, slides, and posters, okay? And 1 week, so the last week will be your final submission, and we'll wrap up this course. Okay, so you can see that it's actually not a lot of time, only 8 weeks the next semester for you to finish everything, right? So that's the reason why you need to start taking action, okay? And the summertime is a good time for you to just focus on something and get things started, okay? Yeah?
Will we be able to access the camp over the summer?
Yes, it will end around June, mid-June. Yeah, okay, I'll post the update on the announcement. I'll post a note on ELMS, okay, when exactly will the premium access end, okay? All right, so that's it for the talk. So ask me questions. This will be your last opportunity to ask me any question. And also I will need to meet with 2 teams later, okay? All right. Yeah.